a Saturday afternoon very quickly. Low tide is about in an hour. And we're going to try and hit all three of our favorite spots. The mud bank, the mud bowl, and the bottle dump. Wait, there's four favorite spots. We're not going to the main spot today. Okay, here's the game I play a lot in the fall. What's at the end of the line? Are you going to guess what it is? Is it a lure or a weight?
A weight.
And it's a weight. Lead weight. One lead weight and fishing string off the beach.
We are at the mud bowl with my dad.
Look at this.
And we are finding treasures and cleaning up.
You know what this is?
What is it?
That's a another fishing combo lure with hooks and another weight off the beach.
So you can see there's lots at this beach. Dad, look. Is this glass or sea glass?
It is glass.
Glass junk.
Not sea glass.
It's close to being sea glass.
Lights open. Lights still going out.
I'm looking. Fish.
It's always a good sign for fishermen. This guy just got to cast out there because those birds are hitting bait fish. And where there's bait fish, see them jumping out there? Oh, sorry, dog. And there's bigger fish underneath.
See if there's anything in the tire. So, looks like there's just snails and clams in
It's the
there.
first bottle so far. It's buried. I don't think it's that old, but we're gonna extract it anyway. Maybe we'll get lucky. It's green. Isn't it cool when the water's still in there? Look at that. It's not super old, but we're gonna get rid of it. And then we're gonna take it and put it in recycling. I'm looking for something maybe about 50 years earlier. Well, that's probably 70s. It's got a nice green color too. Cool top.
Yep.
Probably was a beer bottle. Okay, turn around. We pulled out a spoon.
Oh no.
Okay, things are
Is there
looking up.
anything in here? Usually there's some bottles poking out. This bottle.
Oh, that might be a good one. Don't move a muscle. You have it on?
Yep.
That could be a blob top. It is! You found a blob top. What was I saying? We got to keep our eyes open. If this thing's intact, and I think it is, this has 100 years. Oh, you may have found one of our best bottles ever. Last year, one of my videos has my oldest blob top ever on it, right about this time of year. Look at this beauty.
Uh-oh.
No, I think she's okay. And she's got embossing. Oh my goodness. You did it, doll. All right, I gotta clean it up a little.
So my dad's
just
gonna
pulled
clean.
out a blob top, clear. Stay right there because the tide's coming in, and a really highly embossed. Oh man, you found a great one, doll. I knew there was more here. It's just a matter of time for them to start showing up again. And this is the time of year.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. Hold on a second. Look what you brought out. Look at the embossing on that. There's an eagle on it. New Brighton Bottling Works. There's an insignia there and an eagle on top. And you know how I love eagles. Oh, registered 1889. Bottle not to be sold. You have just won the lottery on this one. Look at the bottom of it. Fantastic. All right, this may be our second great find of the day. It looks intact, not from there. What we have here is a, no, we're gonna go from this end. It's a hobble skirt Coca-Cola. Wait, no. I don't know if it's cut, so we don't use your fingers like that. We're gonna go, come to this side. because the lip is right here, so we're trying to get a prong in the lip. So push it down, and then forward a little bit. Now, wait, hold on. Okay, lift it gently. Gently. Let's see if it has the top on it. Keep going. Oh, does it look broken?
Yep.
It is broken. Rats. Okay. Oh, it's a good one too.
Let me just
Asbury
check if
Park.
I didn't break it.
No, you didn't break it. It was broken. All right, we'll take it home and discard it. That one's nice shape. I don't know why I like these old tools so much. Maybe it is the glass handle and how they start to look after they've been out in the ocean for a while. But that's a cool piece. What do you think, Don? Not so interesting?
Wait, what is this?
It's called mud.
Something's there.
Yeah, it's a stone. We may have one more great find because I can see embossing there. I'm going to see some kind of top. I don't know if that's a cork top. Oh, maybe. It is a cork top because it has the cork still in it. Curtis and Perkins, I think that's some kind of like sauce. I think this is old too, doll. Let me rinse it off in the water real fast. This might be a good one. It might be a good one. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Mrs. Winslow's. How cool is that? Another great one. Curtis and Perkins. Look at the embossings on that. Oh, with the cork in it. It's an interesting cork top. All right. Great day, great day. Look at the bubbles in that bone. Look, can you see? Yep, I'll grab that. See all the bubbles in there?
Mm-hmm.
That's an old one. I think I just pulled up a really nice square inkwell. Oh, I almost just destroyed it. I've done a video in the past, probably almost a year ago, on my recycling of copper and lead. So I figured I'd throw a quick little video again where I've gotten to now over the past, this is about the last 6 months. That entire bin right there is all copper that I've pulled off the beach. That's probably right now about maybe 30 to 35 pounds of copper. But this right here, minus the little plastic cup, because plastic goes in there. This is all the lead that I've taken off the beach. Look at those fishing sinkers. That is probably, if I had to guess, that's going to be about 125 pounds of lead. This will eventually go to the recycling. I actually have a guy who will buy the fishing weights off of me. I think he actually said he'd give me about 10 to 20 cents per weight. That's not so bad. And that was already taken out in recycling the other day. We will fill that up with plastic about once a week. I don't know if you can make it out this morning, but there are the lights dedicated to the Twin Towers straight out in front of us. So although we're here right at low tide, it's really good to see that there is no movement in the water, so it's going to come back in really slow. And how do you feel about losing to me already? We haven't even started.
I'm also a loser, so always up for the challenge.
All right, we'll see. Playing it safe. Good energy. We had a low tone signal. Sorry for the wind. And popped out this definitely old looking lure.
Must have caught the end of it, but it's wooden. So this guy, I mean, I gotta guess it's old, but the swivel's pretty clean. Nonetheless, it's a nice find. See, a nice little piece showed up there. It might be a button, more heavy. A shank on the bottom of it, but it's a brass piece. It's pretty heavy. Well, we might be only a couple weeks too soon because there's still too much sand in our hotspot. But I did pull up a really, really tiny little key, which is a promising sign. But we're not hitting the good targets yet. And he just pulled out a weedy over there. Chump change. Just took a long walking trip south to scan some new areas. Saw a few red bricks that I just passed, which is always a good sign. I thought this was going to look older, but it's not really. I do like the old piers over there, and I do like seeing things pop out there. So maybe in a month or so, this might be a much better spot. Could be. Anytime you see a cut in the dirt like that, it's worth getting up there and checking it out. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah. Let's do just a quick walk over there. I love looking through these areas of wash where you see all these stones showing through. This is a great area to find what I refer to as treasure chips. Treasure chips. They're little chips of pottery with some cool design on them. See if I can pick up a few. Here's a good example of one with a great little color to it. Pink. Treasure chip. There's a big one over there. Treasure chip. Hear that? Wait for it. No. That when the water washes out. Sounds like coins. Treasure chip. What's that? Okay, do you remember how to do it? Look, there's two. Yeah. Well, this isn't. Let's get this out of the way because there's a bottle underneath. Now go to this. Wait, first let's see if it's intact. Okay, that might be something. Do you see the lip here? See if you can get a prong in there. Yep, and now lift it up easy. Okay, let's see what we got. That's an interesting bottle. I'll take it. It's not super old, but we'll get it out. We just pulled that one out, which we're going to keep. And right just south of it, this one might be harder to get out because we don't have the lip.
Yep.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, this might be a small beer.
Ooh.
It is. Anheuser-Busch, I believe. Please don't litter. This is telling us something. We're going to take this out too. I wouldn't hit that against a rock. There he is. Getting more pictures. and I'm pulling more string off the beach. This doesn't even look like fishing line, but I guess it is braided. This is a very interesting find. Typically this beach, you wouldn't think has a lot of old relics, but this beach was replenished right after Sandy, and all of the sand was brought in from about 2 miles off the New Jersey Sandy Hook coast. And since I live near here, I've spent the last, well, whenever Sandy was, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, hitting this beach because I found old stuff in the new sand. Now, I had some phenomenal days here, but it has slowed up in the last couple of years. I generally don't find much. But when you do find brass, it has some history to it. And this is a really interesting hook. I've never seen one like it before. I was hoping there was some kind of embossing on it. But right now it just looks like some kind of hook to me made out of brass. But it might be something. If anybody has any ideas, throw me a comment. Okay, not a bad start for my first couple scrapes on pretty much the only day I was able to get at my favorite place this week. And we started off with a nice tiny perfume. With the cap still on there, it's a twist off, but it looks like a brass-ish cap. Good start. I got a bit more of a promising area here. I just pulled up a great cup with a lot of cool design on it. Even though it's broken, that's coming home. And I opened this up real fast because I thought it was a pen, but there is actually a thermometer in there, a broken thermometer, the old mercury ones. So I'm gonna bring that home, and you're probably gonna see a picture of that in about 5 seconds. And then deep in here, I just loosened up what I think, yep, is an old whiskey, I'm gonna say. I like the top of it. And when I say old, that means this was probably machine made. No, there's no question it's machine made. It's a slick, but I like the looks of it. It's in pretty good condition, and I like the cork top. So I haven't brought any big bottles home in a while, so I'm gonna take this one home. This was another fun one to find. Got a nice little piece of pottery here I want to clean off. Put my cup, but these are the really thin liquor bottles. Look how thin that thing is. And you could just sneak this in your pocket and take a few quick swigs out of it, and no one will know the difference. I have one other one of these, so this is my second one in my little collection. And a couple scratches on it, which I probably just did, like a knucklehead or a nincompoop. But I like the lip on that, and I like that really thin bottle. Now I find it very challenging in here to find anything super small that's cool, and it's one of my favorite things to do. Now looking for colors helps out a lot. So this thing's got a little red dot in it, but look what's behind it. I'm not really sure if this is a button. It looks like there's a little hook coming out of it. So something like this, I'm not going to be super worried about cleaning up right now. I want to get that home and be a little more careful with it and clean it up. But that looks like it could be a button with a red little glass gem on it. I don't know. There's brass in it because you can see the copper coming through. And as I was just saying, I like to find the little stuff. Can you see something there? See a little bit of green, which generally, again, signifies some copper. This looks like a broken little copper piece, but when I turned it over, it almost looked a little bit like, here's my camera, it almost looked a little bit like a horse. And that looks like an ear. So did I just pick up a copper horse head? I think I did. Look at that.
So there is another thing I want to be careful with cleaning, although I'm so tempted to do more right now, like pick this piece off. Because that might be a very cool copper horse head. Look at that guy. Look at this friend that just popped out. You can't miss that color. Just a little bit of his shoulder was peeking through. And that bright blue is a great, great color to pick up on, but he is a fancy guy riding something. Not sure what it is yet. Might be a scooter. But we're gonna clean him up and bring him home. I think he's plastic.
Now I know what this little gun is because it still has the ball in it. Look at that. And I promise you, when I get this home and clean it, I will try and see if it's got one whistle left in it. Oh, look at that. Cool colors. That whistle probably hasn't blown in 80 years. Look at the dog. It's a dog whisperer.